And Shalom. Yeah, I just wanna touch on something I was dwelling on, in the spirit about, basically it's easy. It's just, just keeping it real, pretty much, And ultimately, Jake say that in the world, keep it real, At the end of the day, what keeping it real is basically telling the truth. And basically we are the keepers of the truth, the watchers of the truth, so we're supposed to tend to the house, man. And part of that is keeping it real, pretty much. Addressing certain matters, even though it may be touchy, 'cause basically if you're scared to touch on that topic, or you're scared to keep it real in a sticky situation, then guess what? That means you lack faith, man. That's why you're always supposed to pray to the Lord to what? To strengthen you in the spirit. And Peter, it talks about girding up the loins of thy mind. And that's a part of it, because Satan will try to tell you otherwise on a certain matter, like, just leave it alone, man, and a lot of times brothers get caught in that mentality of, just let the Lord handle it, Yahweh Shemi Shai, is making us judges, it's making us judges to rule on certain scenarios, and in all actuality, all these scenarios that we're managing, if you will, is small, man, At the end of the day, brothers can't be emotional, man. What the scripture says, what? Blessed is he that's not offended in me. So when that rebuke comes down, when the judgment comes down on somebody keeping it real with you, or it's time for you to keep it real, at the end of the day, you can't shy away from it. And when Moses was getting the order from the Most High and telling them how to keep the order, he said, fear not their face. He told all of them, all the captains, to fear not their face, because the judgment is of the Lord. Because you may have a situation where, it's a scenario or a matter is rather intimidating. And guess what? You may be wrong. But guess what? At the end of the day, you're going to learn from that scenario. And just harping on that fact, a matter of just, keeping it real. Brothers that had the privilege of dwelling with the elders, dwelling with the apostles, Elder Tahar, Elder Gabar, Elder Rakar, Elder Ramlab, and the rest of the elders on down, without a shadow of a doubt, them men keep it real, man. At the end of the day, one way or another, they're gonna keep it real with you. And that's the beautiful thing about the truth, man, because everything else in this society is so fabricated. It's a relief to be around men, even amongst your camp, to keep it real, man. Basically pick your nuts up, if you will. Look, man, this is how it's going down. How Jake in the world say, keep it 100, keep it 100, keep it 1,000, you know how Jake talk, Hey, it's the truth, man. But keeping it 100 or keeping it 1,000, if you will, is being straightforward and basically filtering judgment through the scriptures. There's no other. That's keeping it real. That's keeping it 100. It's not Yahweh Shai. Is his name the word of the Most High? What's that in Revelations, the 19th chapter? He said, that his name was the word of the Most High. One of his names as well too is truth. Yahweh Shai is the truth. Because we know that the scriptures is the truth, and the scriptures is the word of the Most High, which is Yahweh Shai, which is the truth, man. Hey, Yahweh Shai kept it real, man. Yahweh Shai was straightforward, man. He called Peter Satan, man. I don't think I could harp on that fact enough, man. That the mere fact he called his top disciple Satan, he was keeping it real with him. He didn't spare his feelings. Same thing with when you look at the verse, Isaiah 58. Isaiah 58 tells you what? Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression. You know, all rebuke, like the scriptures say, not all, I believe it's Sirach, the 20th chapter, it says, not every rebuke is comely. There's a rebuke that is not comely, you know? And, you know, you ain't always got to bark every time you're rebuking. And then, again, Paul said, I became all things to all men, you know? He knew how to abase, and he knew how to abound. So you got to kind of like weigh it out with your rebukes. Some men you could rebuke harshly, and it's going to be taken. I just say this: some men you could rebuke harsher than others. You know, some men have more of a fragile spirit. You know, to where it's like they're gonna receive what you say. They're not going to be able to receive what you say in the wrong way because of how you said it. And sadly enough, being in this flesh and being in this world that we live in, you know, that's how certain men are, man. Straight up, you know. And but yeah, pretty much that's the gist of it, you know. You know, just being like the men of the Lord of the ancient world, man. You look at the man, oh man, I can't think of his name. Eli. When Eli didn't bring the judgment down on his sons in the book of Samuel, in the beginning of the book of Samuel, he was the high priest during the time when Samuel, he was basically Samuel's predecessor. He was Samuel's predecessor. And the judgment was supposed to come down on Eli's sons because they were going off in the order of the priest.